It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Heavy to excessive rainfall is expected along the southern tip of Texas due to a lingering frontal boundary located off the Gulf Coast. Localized areas of flash urban and small stream flooding is expected. Meanwhile, a winter storm continues to produce high winds, heavy snow, and rain with coastal flooding to the western and interior portions of Alaska. Travel conditions in the land of the midnight sun could be very difficult. Closer to home, partly to mostly cloudy skies this week with temperatures in the 60s. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Well, this past Thursday, New Mexico State Police located a violent sexual offender in Otero County, 25-year-old Benjamin Hoffer of Capitan. The New Mexico State Police Fugitive Apprehension Unit found Hoffer after learning he was observed driving a stolen vehicle. Agents set up surveillance on the vehicle, and Hoffer was seen exiting a motel and getting into the stolen vehicle. As soon as Hoffer saw the agents, he accelerated at a high rate of speed in the direction of the officers, striking the right rear passenger side of an agent's unit. As agents followed, they observed the vehicle pulled over with Hoffer unresponsive and now bleeding from his head from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Agents began giving first aid care to Hoffer. Paramedics arrived on scene and transported him to an area hospital, but he succumbed to his injuries. This incident is being investigated by the New Mexico State Police Investigations Bureau. The Alamogordo City Commission regular meeting is happening tomorrow at 6:30 at City Hall. Only 2 new business items on the agenda. Consider and act upon Resolution 2023-53, requesting written approval from the Local Government Division of the Department of Finance and Administration for the revised budget numbers computed as of November 14th. That'll be handled by Evelyn Huff, the Finance Director. Also, Stephanie Hernandez will be heading a talk on approving the Joint City Commission and County Commission letter to Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. Again, that's tomorrow night at 6:30 at City Hall. And I intend to bring you some of the audio from that meeting on Wednesday's edition of Alamogordo Town News here on Crazy Radio. The Alamogordo Chess Club weekly meetings are at Plateau Espresso every Monday from 4 until 7. I spoke with Matt Grinberg, and he says no matter your skill set, from top-notch master to a beginner, or even someone who just wants to learn, all are welcome.
Anybody can come. You know, anybody who shows up regularly, I'm sure would be happy to help out a player who wanted to learn.
It's casual chess. Pair up with whoever's available. There are no membership requirements or fees. Just show up with a board, set it up, and play. Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control return to the mall this Saturday from 10 until 4 with an adoption event.
Please join Kitty City at the White Sands Mall November 18th to adopt a cute cat from Kitty City or a sweet dog from Alamogordo Animal Control.
Kathy Denton from Kitty City speaking with Crazy Radio. Next Saturday, the Alamogordo Toys for Tots will be having an event. We heard from Gina Lawrence.
November 25th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Big Lot parking lot. I am going to have the Grinch, Santa Claus, and his elves out there. And we're going to have carnival games for the kids. Just a family-friendly, fun event.
Alamogordo.nm.toysfortots.org has all the information you need. Next Saturday, the singles of Otero County will be meeting up for a late lunch.
And that'll be at Rizzo's there at about 1500 block of North White Sands Boulevard. And again, that's Saturday, the 25th at 1:30. So it's kind of a little late, but better late than never.
Cliff with the singles of Otero County speaking with Crazy Radio. The event is open up to adults 60 and up. If you have any questions, please call 575-430-4499. The Cowboy Christmas Parade is scheduled for December 9th at 6 p.m., a festive celebration filled with Yuletide spirit and some Western flair. It's presented by the Alamogordo Center of Commerce. If you have any questions, please call 575-434-6770. Keep Alamogordo Beautiful is excited to announce the launch of its new request board. That's a one-stop shop for residents to request yard work assistance, as well as other services to help keep the community looking its best. I spoke with Executive Director for Keep Alamogordo Beautiful, Sven Sears.
We've got 3 different categories of requests right now. One is for yard work, and that's like weeding, trimming, mowing, leaf removal, things like that. You know, anything that you can really kind of do in a yard, for the most part, we try to accommodate. And then we also have a graffiti reporting tool and a litter reporting tool that we also throw on there.
To request help or to volunteer, visit keepalamogordobeautiful.org. The Alamogordo Community Yard Sale is coming up on December 2nd. I spoke with Yolanda Hingle. She's the coordinator for this event.
What's going on is it's an opportunity for everyone to clean out their closets, clean out their garages, and share some of those treasures that they have hidden and make some money for the holidays and share their joy with their neighbors.
Saturday, December 2nd from 9 until 2 at the Elks Lodge. Yolanda, how does someone learn more about this?
Well, they need to call me or text me at 602-695-0611, 602-695-0611, and I will get in touch with them. I will leave them. I will create a list of who's registered, and we go from there.
You can hear that interview in its entirety on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. Well, today is Monday. That means we get a pup date from Animal Village NM.
Hi, this is Sunny Aris with Animal Village NM with this week's pup date. You know, we can cite statistics all day long. We can tell you that 135,000 dogs and cats were surrendered to kill facilities in New Mexico just before COVID hit. We can tell you that those numbers are astronomically higher now and that we're in our 9th generation of post-COVID litters because so many of those dogs during COVID did not get spayed or neutered. We can tell you how many cats can be born to one breeding pair of cats. If only half of them survive, resulting in 5,000 to 10,000 cats in a neighborhood. You don't see that many because many of them are killed by coyotes, cars, cruel humans, hawks, owls, mountain lions. The list goes on and on. But when statistics come alive is when you look at the websites for the pounds nearest you. If you look at Alamogordo Animal Control, if you look at the County Pound, if you look at Ruidoso Humane Society, you will see those are not statistics. Those are faces. Those are the faces of loving dogs and cats who have been abandoned by their families for whatever reason. The reasons could be homelessness, but most of the time, it's convenience. The pets are no longer convenient. Maybe the owners didn't train them, and now they're no longer cute, fluffy puppies, but they're knocking over furniture. And they're outside in the yard on a chain, barking and causing animal control to come out and cite them. It's never, ever, ever the animal's fault. It doesn't matter. Those are the faces you see at Animal Control. Those are the ones, most of whom will not make it out alive. We're offering you a chance to help animals stay in their home at this time of year. Animal Village NM has donated tons and tons and tons of pet food to area food banks like Love Inc. in Alamogordo. And we want to continue doing that because sometimes the food that we give out is the last chance for those animals to stay in their homes. In an area like Otero County where 20% of the people, that means 1 in 5 people you're standing in line next to at the store, live in poverty. If they're living in poverty and they're going to the food bank for food, what about their pets? Here's a fun way to help. Most of you know who Mountain Spirit is, formerly Feral Reservation Dog. He's on our Facebook page all the time. Guess Mountain Spirit's age. We just got it scientifically done, a DNA age test, and donate your guess. If you think he's 7 years old and 13 days, donate $7.13. It's givinggrid.spirit.com. Go to the website.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With
its red cover, features colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Authorities have arrested the man suspected in a Santa Fe stabbing case. Santa Fe officials say that Tomas Fragua, 22 of Santa Fe, was arrested in Albuquerque after he went to the hospital to get treatment for cuts on his hands. He was taken to the Bernalillo County Metropolitan Detention Center. A warrant was issued for Fragua after 3 wounded victims were found at DeVargas Park on Friday morning. Lane closures will impact a road near Las Cruces beginning today. The New Mexico Department of Transportation announces repair to the crossover ramp on I-10 near milepost 144. Lane closures will impact the eastbound lanes from 7 until 5, Monday to Friday. Depending on weather, the project is expected to take 2 weeks. It's a new shelter that hopes to help the homeless and the formerly incarcerated get their lives back on track in eastern New Mexico. However, with finances and donations at a new low, the program's future remains up in the air. For All of Us Transitional Improvements of Clovis is in dire need of funding. They've only been open for around 2 years. Cherry Gooch began the program in 2021 to assist the homeless and those who are fresh out of prison. She spoke with KRQE.
They're here, but they're human, and all they need is a second chance, and for a person, for them just to see that, because again, like I said, I tell them every day, you matter.
The 6-month program helps with sobriety, life skills, and other classes and meetings, such as AA. Last year, they introduced a new restaurant that some in the program work at to gain real work experience. But these past 2 years have been hard to keep the program going in Clovis. As for the future of the organization, without monetary donations or more visits to the restaurant, the program's future remains unknown. Isaiah Nordgren was just 21 years of age when he took his own life. Now his mother is remembering him by publishing her grieving journey. A Life Less Spoken, written by Crystal Ellison, is a heart-wrenching collection of poems from different points throughout her life. The book was inspired by her son after she lost him.
Isaiah, he was very book smart. He was funny. He was genuine. He was also my miracle baby. He was born 3 months early. He weighed 2 pounds 7 ounces.
Ellison speaking with KVIA.
I just feel like he wanted me to share my story, and then from there, he woke up a side of me that I thought had died, a side of me that I've never felt before. And I believe this is what I meant to do.
Ellison says she believes the answer, at least for her, is helping other people find hope, which is something that Dr. Jagdish Kupchandani says is desperately needed.
This year would be the record high compared to the last 3 years of suicides nationwide. Approximately 45,000 people will die of suicide. Compared to neighboring states, New Mexico still is the worst. And the reasons are multifactorial. Poverty, lack of mental health care resources, drug use, and general prevalence of mental illnesses in this community.
Isaiah is one of more than 2,100 New Mexico residents who died by suicide in the last 5 years. That's according to the CDC. He was also the 7th member of Crystal's family to die by his own hand. If you or someone you know is in need of help, please contact the 24-hour suicide hotline by dialing 988. Sports and weather are next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Not so good news for the Wildcats this past Saturday as they suffered a crushing shutout defeat. Tularosa 0 fell to Eunice at 54. Eunice faces Texaco Saturday. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy tonight, partly sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 61. Low tonight, 42. High tomorrow, 63 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly sunny skies today, partly cloudy tonight, partly sunny tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 44. Low tonight, 28. High tomorrow, 46 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. It features our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.